83 is a prayer, a desperate plea for help. It's a song born from trouble, echoing with the cries of God's people facing terrifying enemies. Asaph, the writer, felt surrounded by those who wanted to wipe out Israel, to erase their name, to destroy their faith. Imagine that fear. Imagine feeling so threatened. That's where this psalm begins, in a place of deep anxiety and concern. But it doesn't end there. This psalm, though filled with worry, becomes a testament to faith. It reminds us that even when we face huge problems, God is bigger. He hears our cries, He sees our struggles, and He promises to be our strength. This psalm is a powerful reminder that we are not alone. Even thousands of years after it was written, its message still resonates. It speaks to the deepest longings of our hearts, the desire for safety, for peace, for victory over the challenges we face. Psalm 83 paints a vivid picture of opposition. Asaph lists the enemies of Israel, a fearsome coalition united in their hatred. They plotted, they schemed. Their goal was clear: the complete annihilation of God's chosen people. These weren't just casual adversaries, they were filled with a fierce and bitter hatred. They wanted not just to defeat Israel but to wipe them from memory, as if they had never existed. This psalm reminds us that opposition can be fierce, it can be brutal, it can come from unexpected places and wear familiar faces. But more importantly, it reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, God is still on the throne. The enemies of Psalm 83 sought to destroy more than just a nation. They sought to destroy a faith, a belief in a God who hears and answers prayer. But their efforts were in vain. We may not face physical armies like those in Psalm 83, but we all face battles. We have our own enemies: fear, doubt, sickness, loss, and the constant pressures of life. Think about the things that threaten your peace. What steals your joy? What makes you afraid? These are the enemies we wrestle with today. They may not lay siege to our cities, but they can lay siege to our hearts and minds. Just like the psalmist, we may feel surrounded, outnumbered, and overwhelmed. The good news is, the God who fought for Israel is the same God who fights for us. He hasn't changed. His power hasn't diminished. Psalm 83 reminds us that no matter how big our problems seem, God is bigger. No matter how dark the night, His light still shines, and no matter how alone we may feel, He is always with us. Finding strength in God is like having a beacon in times of trouble. The heart of Psalm 83 is a powerful prayer. Asaph doesn't just list his complaints, he turns to God for help. He reminds himself of God's power, His faithfulness, His love for His people. This is a lesson for us. When we face difficulties, our first response should be to turn to God. We need to remind ourselves of His promises. We need to fill our minds and hearts with His truth. The Bible is filled with stories of God's faithfulness. He parted the Red Sea. He brought water from a rock. He shut the mouths of lions. He can do anything. Each new day is a gift, a chance to experience God's love and faithfulness. Our faith isn't a magic wand. It doesn't make our problems disappear, but it does give us the strength to face them, the courage to keep going, and the hope that God is working everything out for our good. With God, we overcome. Psalm 83 doesn't end with defeat, but with a declaration of faith. Asaph, despite the threats around him, chooses to trust in God. He remembers God's past victories and finds hope for the future. This psalm is a powerful reminder that we are not defined by our problems, we are defined by God's love for us, and because of that love, we can face any challenge with courage and confidence. Remember, God is bigger than your biggest problem. He is stronger than your strongest enemy, and He loves you more than you can possibly imagine. God's love is a constant source of strength and comfort, no matter what challenges we face. So when life gets tough, and it will, remember Psalm 83, turn to God, pray, trust. He will never leave you nor forsake you. You'll get through this. He'll make